So here's the story. Sunday, a baby was found, a newborn baby. I think it still had all the placenta and everything in a porta potty at this event in Rothbury. It's 20 miles north of Muskegon, hour north of Grand Rapids or so. Sunday, found a baby, and the police are trying to find the parents, mother, anybody. Don't know if the baby was dead. Don't know if the baby died from the birth or was drowned or whatever. We don't know. Nick was at that festival, not the first time. He'd been there for 10 years. You say that the police should have stopped the festival. There's music and it's a four-day festival, right?
It is a 4-day festival.
What do the cops, they claim they're investigating this, but you say not enough?
I think the festival itself should have been shut down. That when you find a dead baby, when you have a mother, a woman who's out there injured, I mean, she must be, if she hasn't gotten medical attention, the party's over, guys. We need to stop. We need to find this person and make sure that they don't need help. Make sure they're not dead themselves.
What does it say that the festival wasn't closed down?
Well, first let me tell you about Electric Forest, because it's something that I've held near and dear to my heart. I've been there 10 times. I've been to probably about 100 music festivals just in my life in general. That Electric Forest is a place where people of all walks of life, whether you're an immigrant, transgender, white, black, no matter your religion, that we go there to treat each other with peace, love, unity, and respect. And that's the entire culture, that we help each other. We look out for each other. And where was that? When you have a dead child, that the festival doesn't lock down what's going on and help immediately instead of just go party and buy drinks.
The cops say that they are investigating. I have to assume they are. And how many people, thousands go to this festival?
This is a 50,000 person music festival. It's not just a concert. This is world class. The production's incredible. The art's incredible. People live there. People consider Electric Forest, they're home for 4 or 5 days or sometimes longer.
You can rent places that are right there, right? Or you pay, or a tent or a hammock.
It goes from a tent to extravagant VIP experiences. Yes, glamping. I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one are you? You're probably in the middle.
I like the RV.
Oh, you're an RV.
I like the RV. I like to be within the GA.
Oh,
it's
so
the most fun.
You're glamming a little bit. You're not roughing it out. I saw there's the people they string these hammocks to trees, and that's where they stay for 4 days.
Yes, but this is a festival where the AEG and Insomniac, that are the companies that own this festival, they have massive power and massive control. Their security teams are in the thousands of people. This is where they have checkpoints, they have cameras, they have scanners. When we enter the festival, because as an attorney, people say, well, what about your rights? Don't you have a right to not be searched, to not be seized, even temporarily, without probable cause?
The answer is no.
The Fourth Amendment, your constitutional right against search and seizure, only applies to the government. That only applies to the police. AEG, Electric Forest, and their security companies are not the police. And when you go to the festival, every single one of our cars are searched. When you go, that's to get to the campground. When you go into the festival, you are searched. You are asked to open your bag. There's no search warrants involved here. They had the manpower of thousands of people to create a perimeter, to stop what was going on, to send out a massive text like an Amber Alert and say, hey, there's a hurt woman somewhere. There's a dead baby. Check on your friends. Check on your neighbors. They should have gone tent to tent, RV to RV, and knocked. Now, of course, you didn't have to answer your door, and you could say no, thank you. But they did nothing. And that's, as a 10-year veteran, I don't know if I want to go back.
I was going to ask you if you're going to go back. But you think that they could have found the mother?
I think that they did nothing to find the mother. They didn't even try. And that's I get pushed by, like, well, what were they supposed to do? Check every tent? Yeah, they should have tried.
But Nick, you're smart enough to. So maybe the mother doesn't want to be found.
That's very fair. Of course.
But if the mother was found, can't the mother get in trouble?
Yes, Charlie. And this is a potential murder. This is a born baby. Okay, this could be something very, very dark as well. There are a lot of different types of people that go to this festival. This could be an outright murder in a crime. if not some sort of ritualistic thing. There are some strange things that go on there. And of course, this should have been treated as a potential homicide, and the festival should have stopped. It wasn't the time to keep partying when something so serious is happening.
Well, I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I think that there should have been. Listen, I wasn't there. I don't know if they what, but it is. Well, if it's a potential murder, it's a potential murder, and we got to protect the life. It's a life. It's a baby. That's a full born baby. Do you think that the Michigan State Police will ever find the mother?
I hope that they do.
Would you arrest the mother then? Would you? I mean, is there a criminal?
It's not my job to arrest people. It's not my job to pass judgment on people. I hope that this person comes forward, or somebody with some sort of information comes forward, because it's just terrible what happened.
Why wouldn't you go? Why wouldn't you go back? I mean, Michigan State Police, they've already given us. There's a statement, I haven't read it, but it basically says that they want cooperation. If you know anything, to call them, and they say that they're working on this.
I go there for the culture, for the peace, love, unity, and respect. It's to go there to have an atmosphere where we're all there for the love of music and to treat people with kindness. And it's changed in the last 10 years, Charlie, and it's not there. And I guess when I started going 10 years ago, I feel like people wouldn't have brushed this off, and people wouldn't just be still partying like nothing horrific is happening.
What's changed about what's the age group, or is it all ages?
Yeah, it's all ages. People bring their kids there. People post on Facebook that I'm going there pregnant. How do I decorate my belly? You know, it's a family friendly event. You know, it's a very beautiful thing to go to. A lot of heart and care, blood, sweat, and tears go into the production of this event.
But there's some drug and some drinking and some partying and some other stuff.
It's like a modern day Woodstock, but on another level. And I would say it's like anything goes. The Michigan State Police are there. They're always some of the kindest police you'll ever meet that are there.
People are decorating the police.
People decorate the police. They got the they got the candy up the arms. But they know what's going on. And you know, as a defense attorney, and I ran for office as well, that I don't think any drug should be illegal. I think that once you're an adult, that you can make a personal choice of what you want to put in your body, but you have the consequences of those choices. And I've always wanted to ask these officers, like, how do you justify in your head that you know what's going on here, and nobody gets in trouble, and actually it's mostly love and a good time. But if you step out of that festival, that same substance can ruin your life and put you in prison. So why is it okay on this side of the line, but not okay on that side?
Is there any drug that you wouldn't? Any drug should be legal? Every drug should be legal?
I think that if you're an adult, that when somebody is sentenced on a crime, you get a sentence recommendation from probation or the Department of Corrections.
Right.
And when it's a drug crime, that section is left blank 100% of the time. If there is no victim, it's simply not a crime by definition. Doesn't mean I think you should do any substance that's bad. Some of these are very addictive and that require doctors and physicians in addiction treatment, but it's simply not a crime. We shouldn't be locking people in cages for it.
Is that the libertarian point of? You consider yourself a libertarian?
It is. I consider myself a philosophical libertarian. I did run for U.S. Congress as a Republican, but I think it's more and more people are kind of gaining this common sense and this position of personal freedom. It is a libertarian position, but I do see it much more in the Republicans and the Democrats.
Do you think the government has a right or an interest to protect people from overdosing, from the potential to go out and drive while they're high, that type of thing?
Yes, you should not be getting behind a wheel of a car.
What about kids? You have to be a certain age. You're okay with that?
I made my point that when you're an adult, that you should be able to make your own decisions about your life. And regarding your question about addiction, that is a medical treatment that should be left to the medical professionals, not the jail.
Do you think your opinion is is there any Democrats or Republicans that think that way?
I think there are people on both sides of the aisle that agree with me on this, that it's time to let this go. And the war on drugs is over. It should be over. And I'll let people make their decisions, but you also have consequences for those decisions. If you go out and hurt somebody, if you steal something, if you're on drugs and you steal, if you hurt somebody, there should be very serious consequences. But for possession, for use, for having something as an adult, no, it's not a crime.
Are you going to run for anything again?
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe. Nick Somberg. It's always good talking to you.
Good to see you.
I like it. Good
Yeah,
seeing you.
appreciate it.
You're looking good.
Thanks.
We'll do it again.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to take a quick break.